Good morning dear students and welcome back to this new video of chemistry. Hope you all are fit and fine at home. So in this video we are going to discuss a very interesting topic of your chemistry book, that is physical and chemical changes. Okay, that is physical and chemical changes. This is chapter 2 of your chemistry book. So let's start our topic, physical and chemical changes. So what is changes? Changes mean what? That means a substance, when it changes, it may be different. Okay, it may be different from its original substance. Then you can say that changes will be occur, because in every day we observe the changes around us occurring in the environment. Why? What is the reason? Because changes are the important feature of nature. That means what? The various changes occur in our everyday life at all time and in all places. That changes will be occur. Let's see some example. Here you can say that the plant will be becoming a tree. That means changes will be occur. Okay, that plant grow into a tree. So here what? Changes will be occur. The shape, the size will be becoming changes. Let's discuss another example. Here you can find out ice cubes. Okay, when it get the temperature, what happen? It will be converted into water. That means what you find here? The state of the substance, the state of the matter will be changed here. It will be changes from solid state to liquid state. Okay, then next example you see here breaking of glass. Okay, when glass will be break, that means the shape and size will be changed. Okay, and here another example, see here the cooking of food particles. What you find here? The color will be changed and you will be get a new substance. So what you find here? That means changes will be, if changes will be done on a matter, that means something different according on the basis of the state, shape, size, color, etc. So what you find? Why the changes will be occur? Because the changes will the important, that means the changes are the important feature of nature. Okay, so how the changes will be occur on matter? That means when matter is supplied with energy or when energy is removed from the matter. That means when matter will be get energy or it will be lose energy, then changes will be occur. For example, see water will be evaporated. Okay, evaporation of water. So how is it possible? Because when the water will be get heat of the sun, the water will be evaporated. Okay, for example, see here that melting of ice. When ice will be get the temperature, that means what happen? It will be converted into water. Like that only, when water will be get the that means it pressure, that means it lose the energy. Okay, temperature will be lose. What happen? Water will be converted into ice. So what you find here? That means a matter when get energy or lose energy, then the changes will be occur there. It may be changes its state, its shape, its size or its color. Okay, so this changes will be occur in everyday life. Okay, in all time and in all places. So in our everyday life we can find out different types of changes. So let's discuss the classification of changes. What are the classification? How many types of changes are found in our day-to-day life? So the first one is, see, here you can find out natural and man-made changes, slow and fast changes, reversible and irreversible changes, periodic and non-periodic changes, desirable and undesirable changes, physical and chemical changes. So these are the different types of changes occur in our day-to-day life. So let's discuss one by one the different types of changes. So the first one, see, desirable and undesirable changes. So what do you mean by desirable changes? Desirable changes means the changes which brought about by nature or man, which produce useful or good results. That means the changes which is beneficial to the human beings or favorable for the human beings. That type of changes are known as what? undesirable changes. For example, you can say that rain bring water to the crops, or you can say that change of milk to curd, or ripening of fruits, seedling into a plant. These all are what? Favorable for the human beings. Okay, so these are benefit to that human beings. Milk, that means curd from milk. So these are the desirable changes. Here you see that example, ripening of fruits. Okay, this is favorable for that human being. These are beneficial to that human beings. So this type of changes are known as desirable changes. The next one, see undesirable changes. Undesirable changes means the changes brought about by nature or man, which produces useless or bad results. That means which are not favorable for the human beings or not benefit to the human beings. These are type of changes are known as undesirable changes. For example, say rain causing the destruction by floods. Okay, this is undesirable because it is not benefit to the human beings. Or you can say that milk turning sour on the hot day. In summer you can find out that the milk will be sour. That means what? It will be not benefit. It is not favorable or it is not useful for the human beings. This type of changes are known as what? Undesirable changes. For example, see rotting of fruits. These are the examples of what? Undesirable changes, because after rotten the fruits will be not useful for the human beings. Or you can say that breaking of glass, after breaking the glass it cannot be useful for the human. So these are the undesirable changes. These are the examples of undesirable changes. Next is periodic changes. What you find about periodic changes? Periodic changes means the changes which occur periodically. That means at a regular interval of time, that is known as a periodic change. That means the change which occur at a fixed regular interval of time, that is called periodic change. For example, changing of seasons, you can say day to night, okay, or you can say that movement of clock of pendulum, okay. That means it will be occur at a fixed interval of time. That is known as what? Periodic changes. Here you see that examples day and night. Okay, that examples of periodic changes, day to night. These are the examples of periodic changes. The next we discuss what is non-periodic changes. Non-periodic changes means the changes which do not occur periodically. That means it do not occur at a fixed interval of time. That is known as non-periodic changes. Okay, that means the changes which do not occur periodically, that is known as non-periodic changes. So suddenly rain will comes. Okay, or you can say that growth of a plant, cyclone, earthquakes, volcanic eruption. Okay, these are what? Non-periodic changes. Or headache, the coughing, sneezing, okay, fever. It will be, these are the examples of non-periodic changes. That means it will be, does not come at a fixed interval of time. Today you have fever, tomorrow it is, you have no fever. That means it is a non-periodic changes. So let's discuss some examples. Headache is an example of non-periodic changes. See, that is volcanic eruption. This is the example of non-periodic changes. Then we discuss what is slow change. Slow change means the changes which occur very slowly. That means it will be take longer period of time. Okay, it will be take more time. That is known as a slow change. For example, growth of a plant to tree, or you can say that baby to an adult. Okay, or rusting of iron. These are all examples of what? Slow change. That means it will be take more time to change to change from one state to another state. Say here example of slow change, that is baby to an adult. It's an example of slow change. Or you can say that from seedling to plant, or you can say that from caterpillar to butterfly. Okay, these all are examples of what? That is slow change. Or you can say that rusting of iron also is an examples of slow change. The next one is what do you mean by fast change? Fast change means the changes which occur very rapidly. That means few moments, in a few seconds, the changes will be occur. That is known as a fast change. Clear? The changes which occur very rapidly in few seconds, that is known as a what? Fast change. For example, burning of a matchsticks, then roasting of a crackers, okay, lightning of a ball, burning of paper, wood, fuels. That is examples of what? Burning of fuels is an examples of fast change. Or you can say that the changes which occur in a few seconds. This is known as what? Fast change. Clear? See that burning of fuels is an examples of fast change. Now let's discuss what do you mean by natural changes. Natural changes means the changes which occur or which is brought about by nature. That means the changes which take place by nature is known as natural changes. Okay, that means it is formed by the nature. For example, baby to an adult, or from seedling to plant. These are all are what? Examples of natural changes. See here from the figure you can find out, from baby to an adult is an examples of what? Natural change, because it is drawn by the nature. Okay, a growth of man or plants is an examples of natural changes. Or you can say that change of season. Okay, day and night. That is what? The occurring of day and night is an examples of natural changes. See here the figure. From the figure you can find from plant to tree is an examples of natural changes. The next one is man-made changes. What do you mean by man-made change? Man-made changes means the changes which brought about by men. That means the changes which is done by the men is known as man-made changes. For example, burning of coal, burning of fuels is an example of what? Man-made changes. Okay? Or you can say that burning of fuels, conversion of iron to steel, or you can say that cooking of food. Okay? These all are examples of man-made changes. That means the changes which is brought about by men is known as man-made changes. Next we discuss what is reversible changes. Reversible changes means the change which occur temporary and which can be reversed by change in condition is known as reversible changes. For example, you can say that ice to water. Okay, ice is in solid state. When it will be get the temperature, okay, it will be converted into what? Water. That means it converted solid to liquid. It get the temperature, okay. Again you change the condition, okay. That means when you give the temperature, solid will be converted into water. Now you change the state, you will be remove the temperature. That means the temperature will be loose and you give the pressure, you will be cool it. What happened? Liquid will be again come back to its original state, that is ice. So what? When the substance is changes, that means it's temporary and again come back to its original state. That means it is reversible. That change is known as reversible changes. You can say that melting of wax, pulling of a rubber band, drying of a cloth, and then magnetizing of a piece of iron. These all are examples of reversible changes, because they are temporary changes and can be reversed to its original substance by change the condition. Okay, so these are the examples of reversible changes. See from the figure you can find out melting of ice. Okay, when it get the temperature, ice will be converted into water. When you cool it, water again come back to its original state, that is solid state, and to ice. So these are the examples of what? Reversible changes. Now next one is irreversible changes. So what do you know about irreversible changes? This is that alternate of reversible changes. Okay, irreversible means the changes which is permanent and cannot be reversed to its original state by changing the condition also. Okay, the changes which is permanent and cannot be reversed by change the condition are known as irreversible changes. For example, see here, you can burning of paper. When paper will be burned, what you find? You find ash only. That means a new substance is formed here. Okay. It is also, you can say the definition, changes which is permanent, irreversible, and here what happened? New substance is formed. Okay, that is known as what? Irreversible changes. That means original substance is not removed back. So examples, what are that examples? You can say that burning of a candle. When candle will be burned, what produce? You can find out water vapor and carbon dioxide. The new substance are formed and you can't get back that candle again. So what is this? Is the examples of chemical change. That is examples of irreversible changes. Or burning of magnesium. When magnesium will be burned in the presence of oxygen, a new substance is formed, that is magnesium oxide. Okay, and you can't get back that magnesium again. So a new substance is formed and it is irreversible. So this is that examples of what? Irreversible changes. And also you can say that curding of milk. That means milk converted into curd. Here what happened? A new substance curd is formed and the curd cannot be converted into milk again. So yeah, this is the examples of irreversible changes. And also you can say that roasting of iron. Roasting, when iron will be roasted, you can't get back that original iron. So what happened? And a new substance, roast, will be formed. So this is the examples of what? Irreversible changes. Let us see here, iron will be roasted. Again, you can't get back that original iron, and a new substance, iron, is formed and it is permanent. So these are examples of irreversible changes. Next one is physical change. So what is the definition of physical change? Physical change means changes which are temporary and reversible, in which no new substance are formed and the composition and properties of the original substance are not altered. This is the definition of physical change. Remember, here is temporary, reversible, no new substance is formed and the composition and properties remaining same. That means you can get back the original substance again. This is known as a physical change. For example, you can say that ice to water. Okay, here what happened? Ice, what is the composition? Composition is hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, that means when hydrogen combined with oxygen, you will be get water. So in solid also you can get hydrogen and oxygen. That means in ice, and when it will be get temperature, it will be converted into water. Okay, so when water also, what are the composition? Hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, and what happened? And again it come back to its original state also by cooling. Water can be converted into ice by cooling. So it is temporary, reversible, no new substance is formed. Okay, and the composition and properties remaining same after changes also. Okay, so these are the examples of physical changes. You can say that boiling of milk, boiling of water. Okay, these are the examples of physical change. Now discuss what do you mean by chemical change. Last one, chemical changes means changes are permanent and irreversible. Remember, the changes which are permanent and irreversible, and here a new substance is formed and the properties, composition are completely different, is known as what? Chemical change. Okay, chemical change means it is a permanent, irreversible, new substance is formed or the composition and properties is completely different from that original substance, are known as a chemical change. For example, roasting of iron, curding of milk, burning of substance in air. Okay, these all are examples of chemical changes. That means it is irreversible, it is a permanent change. Okay, and new substance is formed. For example, see here, curding of milk. Okay, curding of milk is an example of a chemical change, because here milk will converted into curd. That means you will get a new substance curd, and you cannot get back the milk again. Okay, and the properties and the composition of milk is completely different from the composition of curd and curd. Okay, so these are the examples of what? Chemical changes. So here these are the different types of changes which is occurred in our day-to-day life. Thank you.